Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy, the Aquatic Charizard, here with another video. And today we're taking yet another dive into the Vineoh region. In this video, we will be discovering the second starter line for Pokemon Ragnarok. Real quick note, if this is your first time watching a Pokemon Ragnarok video, do not worry, there will be a playlist link in the description down below so you can get caught up. There's only one other video at the moment, so it really shouldn't take you too long. Now, if you guys remember, Pokemon Ragnarok is a fan game idea that me, PxlStephen, and a couple of our friends are currently working on. This project was created by and is run by PxlStephen. This man is also the artist responsible for the amazing Fakemon you'll be seeing in this video and the videos to come. Okay, so now that we got all the intro stuff taken care of, who's ready to meet some new Fakemon? When you first begin your adventure in the Vineoh region, you will be presented with the choice of 3 starter Pokemon, one of which is the adorable Sharfin. Sharfin is classified as the Wolf Pup Pokemon, and is a pure Water-type Pokemon. Now Sharfin is pretty easy to understand. It's a wolf that's also a shark. That's pretty much the inspiration behind Sharfin. A wolf and a shark. Or more specifically, the Tundra Wolf and the Poor Beagle Shark, both of which are predatory animals that can be found living in or around Scandinavia. Sharfin's name is a simple combination of shark and fin. It's also fun to note that Sharfin's name can be seen as a corruption of Surfin. I don't know if this was intentional or not, but I like it. Sharfin, see, it sounds like Sarfin. Moving on. Sharfin is about the size of your average pupster. This Pokemon weighs about 32.3 pounds, or about 14.6 kilograms, and reaches a height of about 1 foot and 8 inches tall, or about 0.5 meters tall. This Pokemon is the perfect size to make a great house pet. I mean, as long as you potty train it, of course. It'd be getting water all over the place. Sharfin is a basic stage Pokemon and later evolves into Shareef once it reaches level 16. In the Vineoh region, most trainers receive Sharfin as a starter Pokemon, but this doesn't mean you can't find these Pokemon in the wild. Sharfin can be found in packs near the base of the Vineoh mountainside. They spend all day hunting down smaller prey. But this isn't the only place Sharfin visit. Every now and then you can find a pack of Sharfin playing up and down one of Vineoh's many beach areas. There have also been sightings of Sharfin venturing deep in the icy tundra areas of Vineoh. Okay, now for the fun stuff. Let's check out Sharfin's stats. Sharfin has a base stat total of 325, which puts it at just a tad above other water-type starters, like Squirtle and Popplio, for example. Sharfin's highest stat is its speed, which is a nice 70, and its lowest stat is its special attack, which is a low 45. Its attack is pretty average with a 55. While it might not be a powerhouse, its speed can make this Pokemon a tricky opponent for sure. Sharfin has the basic water-type starter ability Torrent. Torrent makes it so that Sharfin's water-type moves will get a boost in power if its HP gets low enough. To make Sharfin a bit more interesting, we also gave it the hidden ability Water Absorb. Water Absorb makes it so that Sharfin will actually gain HP instead of taking damage whenever it's hit by a water-type move. This is very off topic, but imagine squirting someone with a water gun and instead of them getting all annoyed, they just get like super buff. That's weird, right? Okay, I'm done. Now let's find out what Sharfin's moveset will look like. Well, when you first receive Sharfin from the professor, it will have the moves Tackle, Growl, and Bubble. As it levels up, it will be able to learn other simple moves. Moves like Leer, Bite, Water Gun, and a couple of other moves. The only other thing left to do is to see what the Pokedex says about Sharfin.
Sharfin love to play in the water. In the wild, it is very common to see a pack of Sharfin playing together near the edge of a beach. Long ago, these Pokemon were kept as pets and partners because they are extremely loyal.
It looks like Sharfin evolved into Shareef. Shareef is classified as the scoundrel Pokemon, and this is pretty easy to see. Look, it just looks like a scoundrel. You scoundrel. And just like Sharfin, Shareef is a pure water type Pokemon. Originally though, this Pokemon was meant to be part dark type, which explains its devious appearance and overall scoundrelness. What's also pretty interesting is that Shareef gets its scoundrel reputation from its Viking pirate inspiration. That's right, a lot of Vikings were actually pirates, which is kinda weird when you think about it. Like, if they got hook hands, how are they gonna hold those giant axes? So weird. Anyway, Shareef's name is a combination of shark and reef, or if you want to look at it in a different way, shark and grief, which again alludes to its once dark typing. Shareef is no longer your average pupster. This Pokemon is a big doggo. Shareef weigh about 119.7 pounds, or about 54.3 kilograms, and they stand up at about 4 feet and 8 inches tall, or about 1.2 meters tall. Shareef is a first stage evolution Pokemon, and can once again evolve at level 32 into the Pokemon Disashark. While there are reports of Shareef being sighted in small packs in certain mountain ranges in the Vineoh region, the most common place to find this Pokemon is either out in the open ocean searching for food or on a deserted beach or beach island. Now it's time to find out what Shareef's stats are. Shareef has a base stat total of 430. Once again, Shareef's highest stat is its speed stat, standing in at 90, but this time instead of its special attack being its weakest stat, its defense is its weakest stat. Shareef's defense and special defense stats are both at a low 60, making this Pokemon very vulnerable to attacks. But this Pokemon has a decent 75 attack and special attack stat, which added to its high speed could make Shareef something to be feared. Shareef keeps the same abilities that Sharfin has, so there's really nothing to say here. How's your day going? Mine's going pretty good. Been recording for like 2 hours. Moving on. Now its moveset has really been upgraded since it has evolved. Shareef can now learn moves like Water Pulse, Scald, Hyper Fang, Thief, Ice Fang, and a couple other decent damaging moves. But Shareef can also use Rain Dance to boost its water type moves, or it can use Aqua Ring, which can really come in handy because of its ability to replenish health every turn. Now let's see what the Pokédex has to say about Shareef.
Anyone that owns a ship knows the dangers that await them once they sail off. Shareef are known to secretly board ships by jumping out of the water and latching on with their sharp claws. When no one is watching, Shareef will take off with the ship's food rations, leaving all aboard to starve.
The final Pokemon we'll be revealing in this video is Sharfin's final evolution, Disashark. Disashark is classified as the disastrous Pokemon, and is now a water-ice type Pokemon. This Pokemon is still based on the same things as its previous forms, but now it takes its Viking pirate inspiration a little too far. This Pokemon actively damages and raids ships out in the open ocean. Disashark's name is an obvious combination of disaster and shark, and this sums up the Pokemon pretty well. Disashark are pretty big. I mean, they need to be if they plan on causing some major disasters. On average, this Pokemon weighs about 184.9 pounds, or about 83.7 kilograms. Disashark is pretty tall as well, standing at an average of 6 feet and 10 inches tall, or about 1.8 meters tall. This Pokemon is probably way bigger than even the meanest looking Viking around. As you probably guessed, Disashark is a final stage evolution and can no longer evolve. Which is probably for the best, because I don't really know what would be worse than a disaster. A calamity. A Calamashark. Clamshark, yeah, that's perfect. Mega Evolution is called Clamshark, guys. Anyway, moving on. Disashark are usually found living alone on small beach islands, or in isolated coves. But if they're not there, then they are out in the ocean hunting down the biggest prey of all, a ship full of sailors. They really should be hunting down something less likely to give them splinters though. Just saying. Alrighty, you know what time it is. Show me those Disashark stats. Disashark has a base stat total of 550, with its highest stat being its speed stat at 105, and its lowest being, once again, its defense stat at 80. Now, an 80 defense isn't too bad, but it still doesn't compare to a 105 speed or even Disashark's 95 attack and special attack. This Pokemon is insanely powerful, and if you're smart, you choose this as your starter. I know I would. Disashark took one look at its previous form's water absorbability and decided that it needed a change. Disashark's hidden ability is now Snow Cloak instead of Water Absorb. Snow Cloak makes it so that Disashark gets an evasion boost whenever it hails, meaning that it now has a better chance of avoiding attacks, which is pretty awesome when you consider its weakest factor is its defense. Disashark now has an array of powerful water, ice, and other typed moves at its fingertips, or claw tips. Whatever. This Pokemon can now learn Extreme Speed, Hydro Pump, Dark Pulse, Sheer Cold, and a bunch of other powerful moves. Disashark can also use the move Hail, which activates its hidden ability of course, as well as potentially dealing damage to foes for a couple of turns. It's that time, guys. Let's see what the Pokédex has to say about Disashark.
Disashark are masters of the waves. They have the strength to cause waves that tower at heights of up to 30 feet tall. They use these waves to topple over ships that steer too close to the beach islands that they call home. When one of these unlucky ships sink, these Pokemon will dive down and ransack the remains of the ship.
And that's it, guys. That's the second starter line for Pokemon Ragnarok. What did you think? Did you like them? Because if you did, then you should go ahead and like the video and make sure to check out PxlStephen over on Twitter or even on DeviantArt. He is the creator of Pokemon Ragnarok and these Fakemon after all. It's only fair. And if you guys want to see more of Ragnarok and its amazing Fakemon, then you should go follow the official Twitter and Tumblr accounts. We'll be posting updates and releasing new info about the Fakemon there. Check it out! Okay, thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. Make sure you like and subscribe and turn notifications on so you do not miss the next FakeDex video. And with that said, guys, peace on out.